Hi guys, I'm Trisha and welcome back to 5th grade science with All STEM. This video covers energy conservation and transfer. We will go over how heat transfers and how different temperatures affect different materials. As always, our videos are timestamped, so you can go ahead and skip past the explanations of the questions you got right. If you need extra practice with a specific topic, make sure to go to the links for further reference page at the end of the video. This will be linked in the description box along with the list of every question asked in this video. There are links correlating to every question. Alright, let's get started. So question number 1. What is heat and how does it move through matter? Well, the answer is that heat is a form of energy which is measured in temperature using a thermometer. So heat will be normally measured in Fahrenheit or Celsius. The hotter an object is, the faster the molecules will move, and they start vibrating and moving faster. These molecules will bump into colder molecules, which will cause the cooler ones to start heating up. And that's how heat transfers. So if you look at this diagram over here, the heat continues to spread and spread until all the other molecules are heated up and they're the same temperature. Okay, moving on to question number 2. What happens when you place a warmer object closer to a cooler object? Well, heat moves from the warmer object to the cooler object because a warm object can heat up a colder object by contact or at a distance. The warmer object will lose heat, and the cooler object will gain the heat that the warmer one has lost, until they are at the same temperature. So for example, if you have a mug of maybe hot chocolate, and you're holding the mug, you'll notice that your hands start to get warmer. This is because your hand is taking the heat from the mug until they are at the same temperature. Moving on to question number 3. What type of heat transfer does not require any direct contact? Well, the answer is radiation. Radiation is one of the 3 types of heat transfer. Radiation happens when heat moves to an object while traveling through space. So this is also called electromagnetic, or EM waves for short. The sun is the main source of electromagnetic energy on Earth, and part of this energy is used in photosynthesis, the process in which plants make food. Radiation also occurs when you do everyday things like turning on the fireplace to heat up the room. The heat travels through the air in the room and heats it up. Alright, moving on to question 4. Which one of the types of heat transfers is the reason that handles on a pan are made up of insulators like plastic or rubber? Well, the answer is conduction. Conduction is another one of the 3 forms of energy or heat transfer. Conduction is a type of heat transfer between 2 objects that are touching. They can also occur in one object, like when the handle of a pot gets warmer because thermal energy is being conducted through the handle. Alright, question 5. Which of the 3 types of heat transfer has the biggest effect on the climate? Well, the answer is convection. Convection is the last type of heat transfer, which is caused by the movement of heat through liquids and gases. In our daily lives, convection not only occurs in oceans and atmospheres, which influences the climate and weather, but it also occurs when you do simple tasks like boiling water. It causes many common weather patterns like sea and land breezes, which are basically wind flows near the coasts during day and night. Also, it causes jet streams, which is a flow of air throughout the globe, and also fronts, which is the boundary where air masses of different temperatures meet. The most important rule to remember is that warm air rises and cold air falls. Alright, Moving on to questions number 6 and 7, these are some multiple choice ones. Question number 6. Billy touches a stove and gets burned. What type of heat transfer caused his hand to get burned? A. Radiation, B. Conduction, C. Convection, or D. Combustion? Well, the answer is B. Conduction, because if you burn your hand while touching a stove, the heat transfers directly from the stove to your hand through contact. This process of heat transfer is conduction. Moving on to question number 7, which is the best example of convection? A. A campfire, B. A light bulb, C. A hot air balloon, or D. A microwave oven? Well, the answer is C. A hot air balloon, because a hot air balloon moves because of a heater, which heats up the air in the balloon. Heat transferred through liquids or gases is convection, and air is a gas. Moving on to question number 8, which is an example of heat transfer by radiation. A. Sand becoming hotter in the sunlight, B. A metal handle on a pan becoming hotter, or C. Cooking using a microwave, or D. Heating up a piece of metal in a flame. The answer is A. Sand becoming hotter in the sunlight. This is because the sun's energy travels to Earth via radiation. Once it reaches the Earth, some of it is absorbed. The light energy will heat up what it is absorbed by, and in this case, it is absorbed by the sand. Alright, question number 9. What happens when ice is heated? When ice is heated, it melts. Generally, when ice gains heat, it also gains energy, and the molecules start vibrating faster. And soon enough, they expand and spread out more and more. In this case, ice is heated, the particles expand, and change its state to a liquid, in the form of liquid water. Alright, moving on to our last question of this video, question number 10. Why are the handles on a metal pot made of materials like rubber or plastic? Well, it's because rubber and plastic are insulators. Conductors are materials that allow energy, in this case heat, to pass through easily, while insulators do the opposite. They're materials that block heat from passing through as easily as conductors. Most metals are conductors. Silver is the best conductor of heat, and insulators like plastic and rubber are the worst conductors of heat. This is exactly why the pot itself is metal, but the handles are made out of rubber or plastic. I hope this video helped you understand these topics a little bit better. As I mentioned in the beginning, please make sure to check out our links for further reference pages if you have any questions about specific topics. If you have any other questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section. If this video was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video.